Yeah, hi students, very good evening everyone. Welcome to the session and welcome once again to Om Institute. Welcome once again to Om Institute and welcome to this practice session on ISRO. Yeah, hi students, very good evening everyone. Welcome to the session and welcome. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I think there was a temporary glitch, but now that's okay. Yeah, very good evening everyone. Very good evening everyone. Good evening Balaji, good evening Ramu, good evening Karthik, good evening Bhanu Prakash. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I think there was a temporary glitch, but now that's okay. Yeah, very good evening everyone. All right, yeah, so all looks good. Welcome once again to Om Institute. And guys, you know, ISRO has announced the recruitment for 2025 for the Scientist C vacancies. Okay, and good number of vacancies are there: 113 for electronics, 160 for mechanical, 44 for computer science, and yeah, that's what so you know, many aspirants will be preparing for this. And now the previous ISRO paper was conducted in 2023. Actually, recruitment was announced in 2023, but by the time paper was conducted, it was 2024, because paper was conducted in the month of January. 7th of January 2024 was the time when the paper was conducted. Okay, when the paper was actually conducted. Just a second. Yeah, so that means the last paper, 2023 or 24, whatever you call it as, you know, that was the first year when ISRO introduced the aptitude, okay, the ability test in the paper, because prior to that ISRO only used to have 80 technical questions. It will still have 80 technical questions, but along with that it will have 15 aptitude questions for a weightage of 20 marks. Okay, for a weightage of 20 marks. Okay, so like 10 1 mark question and 5 2 marks question, like that. Okay, so what were the questions in 2023? Because only 1 year prior to this, ISRO has put up the aptitude or the ability. Okay, so what were the questions in that particular year? Okay, what was the level and what is a detailed solution of them? I have made this video, okay, so that we can discuss those particular questions. Okay, so that you can also, the aspirants who are preparing for this year, they also get enough idea okay, how we can expect the paper for this particular year. Okay, what type of questions, what range of questions may be expected for this particular year, correct na? Okay, what was the level and what is... Yeah, so once again was testing the voice, it looks good only. Okay, then similarly I've started with this aptitude, and similarly, okay, some other sessions, okay, where I will first discuss the immediate previous year 2023 question paper with respect to signals, controls, mathematics, all those subjects also we are going to see. Okay, right. See, Rahul, you just watch my previous video. I have made one video on complete ISRO guidance, ISRO preparation strategy, whether it is EC or EE, what type of subjects you have to focus, what is the weightage from each and every subject. That I have already made the video. Just go through it, you will get the complete answer to your question. Okay, the complete answer to your question. What is the syllabus, and what is the role of common subjects and what extra you have to study. Okay, so you can go through it, you'll get the complete clarity in that one particular video. Okay, yeah guys, so time to get started. You can share the session to all your friends and update that the session is live. Okay, let's get started with the first question. As I've clearly mentioned that, you know, we are going to discuss all those 15 questions of the aptitude, okay, weighing 20 marks. 15 questions, 20 marks. Okay, let's start. Let us start. Here it is. First question. Okay, so which one will replace the question mark? Okay, which one will replace the question mark? This one question mark. This is the question mark here. Okay, so you know, we have to form the patterns from the first two figures given and then see what is the question mark fit in the third particular pattern. Okay, so usually when the numbers are arranged in figure and then there is a central numbers. Okay, so some story about the corner numbers would be there. Okay, like if I add these corner numbers in the first picture, if I add the corners 0, 6, 2, 4, 0 plus 6 plus 2 plus 4. Okay, that amounts to how much? 12. But the given number is 10. Okay, so is this addition having any logic? Before I conclude, let me write down the second as well. Let me write down the second as well. Oh, I think for your convenience, I'll better write it here. Okay, yeah. So what is there in the first picture? Okay, so I can add 0 and 6 and 2 and 4. This was 12. Okay, and the central number is 10. But is that summation having any logic? I am telling, let's find out the next one also. Okay, so what is there in the next? 6 plus 2. Again, if I add the corners, okay, 6 plus 2 plus 8 plus 10 plus 8 plus 10. How much is this equal to? So this becomes 8 at 16 and 10, 26. And the central number is 24. Now see, 12, 10, 26, 24, the difference of 2. So yes. Okay, if you reduce to the first central number is 10, similarly if you reduce 2 from here, then the central number becomes 24. So what should be this central number? Okay, can we comment on this central number? Okay, try to find the logic. Can we comment on this central number or not? Okay, yeah, we can. Okay, by the same logic, if I put down, the result should be 4 plus 14, corner number sum, plus 10 plus 12 and whole minus 2. Okay, and whole minus 2, this becomes 18, then 28, 40, 40 minus 2, 38. 38, so hence I can tick mark option number C. Good evening, Sai Vikas. So I can tick mark option number C, correct? Yeah, correct answer, Sai Vikas. Okay, so that is what is the logic. Okay. Yeah. So hope that is clear to you. Hope that is absolutely clear to you. Let's go to the next question. Here it is. Question number 2. Find out the wrong number in the series. Some basic logical questions around numbers. Okay, find out the wrong number in the given series. 7, 8, 18, 57, 228, 1165, 6996. Okay, 6996. 7 and 8, 8 to 18. So, 8 to 18 is almost double, close to double. Then 18 to 57, if you think 18 to 57, it is like into 3 times, little bit close to 3. Okay, so not into 3, 18 into 3 is 54 plus 3. Similarly, 8 into 2 is 16 plus 2. Okay, so same the story is there with the first number also. Okay, 7 into 1 plus 1 is 8. Similarly, 8 into 2 plus 2, okay, is going to make 18. Next number formed is 18, multiply by 3, add 3, then you get 57. So next 57 into 4, and sorry, this was plus only. This was the plus only. Okay, 57 into 4 plus 4. Okay, so 57 into 4 is itself 228. Okay, so plus 4, 232. Okay, this is where the problem is coming. The given number is 228. Okay, if this logic is right, see, they are asking wrong number in the series, so this looks wrong. Okay, if I continue the pattern with 232 into 4, sorry, into 5 it should be now. Next is into 5 plus 5. Okay, let's calculate. Okay, yeah, let me calculate this additionally and let's see if at least the next term is right, just for confirmation. Okay, so 232 into 5 and then plus 5, 1165, perfect. 1165, this is perfect, no problem at all. This one is perfect. Okay, problem is here, 232. Okay, the actual number should be 232, they have given 228. Okay, so that is the wrong term, option number D. Correct answer is option number D. Correct answer is option number D. Hi Gangadhar Tilak. Okay dear. So correct answer is option number D. Oh, that is absolutely okay for you. Any doubts you can let me know. Any doubts you can let me know. Next question then. Next question. Let's be ready with the next question, which is here right in front of your screen. Which option replaces the question mark? Okay, simple visual question, visual and basic common sense question. Okay, basic common sense question. Let me be specific. I have told you in my earlier video that the aptitude syllabus of ISRO is more around logical reasoning and data interpretation rather than regular quantitative aptitude questions. They are more targeting around the logical reasoning, abstract and diagrammatic reasoning like this, visual picture based question, and some data interpretation question. There were 2 questions of data interpretation also that will come in this 15 question set. Okay, in this 15 question set. Yeah, this is simple guys. I am expecting answer. This is visual question. This is a clear visual question. I am expecting the answer from you clearly. Yeah. You can let me know the answer quickly. Yeah. What is the answer I have got? Bhanu Prakash says D. Okay. See dear, this is a paint and this is a brush. Okay, brush is used to paint. Correct, na? Brush will be used to paint. Correct. Right. Ramji says D. Saivika says C. And yeah, Gangadhar Tilak also says 4. Correct. See, so brush will be used to paint. Similarly, now this is thread. Okay, so what will be used to use this thread is a needle. Okay, is a needle, which is figure number 4. Okay. The 3 is like a pen. This is clearly indicated as needle with a thread. Okay, you know that needle had that small hole from where you will insert that thread. Okay, so that's clearly option number 4. That is clearly option number 4. Correct? It has to be 4. Clear? Clear, simple logic? Okay. Next question. Okay, which option replaces the question mark? Think again. Okay. If this figure is as to this figure, what is this figure as to this figure? As to this figure. This is what you have to think. Yeah, Sai Vikas, correct. 4 it is now. Let's check the answer there. Let us check the answer now. Okay, let's take the question then. Let's take this question to see what is there first of all. See what is there. First of all, this triangle, okay, which has been vertically placed, it's 90-degree clockwise rotated. Okay, it's 90-degree clockwise rotated. Similarly, the square, okay, the square here should be 90-degree clockwise rotated. It will come up here. Also, this triangle in this corner, okay, goes to the 90-degree clockwise. And even if you place it here, it goes to the next corner. Okay, in the 90-degree clockwise sense, and also it is inverted. Also, it is inverted. So similarly, this square, okay, should be coming up here. The square should be coming up here. Okay, the square should be coming up here. There is an error in the question. I believe the actual question paper, there is some typing error here. No problem. I'll correct this in the actual question, Nadia. No problem. Still, you can match the answer, but I'll tell you in the actual question, the triangle then given, okay, was shaded. So similarly, the square that is going to come up here in the corner has to be shaded. Now look into the lines. In the first figure, these lines are vertical. Okay, in the second figure, the lines remain vertical. The lines do not shift. The triangle is 90-degree clockwise rotated, but the lines are not rotated. Lines remain vertical. Okay, so the lines in the second figure also has to be remaining as vertical. Has to be remaining as vertical. Okay, so what is the option matching in that context? Will be option number C. I'll shade this. It is either B or C. I'll shade C. Okay, I'll shade C actually, right? That shading has gone missing in the question actually. Right, Bhanu Prakash. B and C similar. Ricky correct. Bhanu Prakash correct. Ramji C correct. Okay, so I have shaded that one in the C. Okay, that is what I think has gone missing. That is what I think has gone missing. I think in my mail I have that original paper now. Just a second, do I have that original paper immediately with me? Yes. Yes, I have that original paper, just a second. Okay, so in the original paper, okay, no problem. In the original paper, I'll do it as per official paper. In the original paper, the shading is available in B option. The shading is available in B option. So let's take B option, no problem. Okay, the shading is available in the B option. Okay, got the pattern of the question? Simple. Okay, simple. In fact, I have forgot to mention the marking in this particular paper. So this one is 1 mark. I'll show you the proper marking also. The previous question I'll write down here. The previous question also 1 mark. Prior to that, this number should also be 1 mark only, very simple, but I'll still tally and give you the actual thing. Oh, this is 2 marks. I randomly guessed it to be 1 mark. Okay, this one 2 marks. See, that was simple actually for 2 marks. Okay, and then this series, let me not comment and see actually. This particular series, this is 1 mark. So I told you, 15 questions, 20 marks, so that you can tally. That you can tally at the end. I'll keep writing the marks. Question number 5. Okay, which option replaces the question mark given? And let me put down the marking for this question. This is again simple only. Yeah, expected 1 mark. 1 mark. Correct. Yeah, take up this question and answer it. Come on, guys. Okay, that's how they have designed the syllabus, Ricky. What is there? Okay, whatever they have given, focus on that. Some basic quant knowledge can only come in the form of DI, which you also call it as numerical reasoning. So the DI questions I will discuss. Come on, dear. Which option replaces the question mark? Which option replaces the question mark? Okay. Which option replaces the question mark? See here, so definitely counting out dots will matter. 3, 2, then 2, 1 and 1 and 0. Okay, this is how the pattern has come up, na? Okay, this is how the pattern has come up. 3, 2, then 2 and 1 dot and 1 and 0 dot. Now the next figure is actually reverse, 0 and 1 dot, then 1 and 2 dot and then 2 and 3 dot. So again pattern will repeat, na? Okay, so again what will be the pattern? 3 and 2 dot, 2 and 1 dot, 1 and 0 dot. This 1 and 0 dot is given. Okay, so what should be the correct option? Okay, you have to take this one, 3, 2 and 2, 1. Okay, this is 3, 2. Okay, I'll write here with the option. This is 3 dot, 2 dot and then 2 dot, 1 dot. Okay, so option 1. Okay, that is option number A, figure 1. Figure 1. Let me see, anybody commented the answer? Yes, correct, Bhanu Prakash. Question number 5, it is 1. Option number A. Yes, correct, Sai Vikas A. Tilak, just recheck this. Okay, it will start with 3 only. Okay, maybe you have forgotten to do it as image. No, you have taken that image. No, it will be 3, 2, 2, 1 only. Option number 1 matches. Correct, na? Next question. Question number 6. Question number 6. This is a decent question. This probably could be 2 marks. I'll confirm and tell you. Yeah, this one is 2 marks. This one is 2 marks. Okay. Which option replaces the question mark? Now see, if you are not able to visualize, because this is how the official question paper actually I got, it was little bit blur here. What is this written? It may, see, there is an operation given. Okay, something like XOR sign. Okay, all understand XOR sign. Okay, this is like making the first item half size. You see, the first item is a square, shaded square, it becomes half in size. I am just explaining you the question. Okay, what is the next part in the question below? I have that question paper. Second is written as shades the first item. It is going to shade the first item. So see, the first item was circle. It is circle but shaded. Okay, okay. So this is the operation. This is an operation called as dot in the center. Okay, then next. Okay, what is there in the next? Okay, next is rotate second item. Rotates second item. Yeah, this is I think visible only. 90-degree anti-clockwise. Okay, so see the second item, 90-degree anti-clockwise. So this is how it becomes, correct? And the fourth one is it shifts all the item one position right in a circular manner. Okay, so one position right, so square goes to the second, okay, this half moon goes to the third, okay, and then the third circularly shifted and comes up here, the circle comes to the first. Okay, this is what is the picture. That's what the picture I have explained to you. Now there is the question. Okay, there is this picture given. It is going through two operations. What are the two operations? This circle, this dot one. Okay, shades first item. Okay, what is this? This is going to shade first item, and then this XOR sign, which makes the first item half size. What this is going to do? First half size. This is going to make first half size. First half size. What should be the answer? Okay, simple only. Only thing is you have to have that basic time spending or patience on reading that operations given. Simple question only. Shades first item. Okay, what is there? First is already shaded. It is already shaded. Okay, then goes to the second. First half size. So only thing is make this square half size and let it be shaded. Okay, second will be this unshaded circle, third will be the shaded moon, shaded half moon I will say. Okay, okay, so that means option number B. That means option number B. First is already shaded, so what else you will shade there? Okay, option number B. Correct. Dada correct answer, Bhanu Prakash correct answer. Yeah, it's option number B. Very correct, option number B. Very correct, option number B. Yeah. Okay, next question dear. Next question. Question number 7. Which one will replace the question mark? Which one will replace the question mark? Tell me. Which one will replace the question mark? This is also a decent question. Mostly 2 marks only. Yeah, this is a 2 marks question. This is a 2 marks question. Now here it's like the reverse of previous. Okay, yeah, Ramji Patel correct answer for the previous question. See, in the previous question some symbols were given and what is the result? Okay, what the symbols is doing, they are explaining it. But here, okay, some shape is given. Some shape is given. It undergoes 2 operation and then this is the resultant shape. It undergoes 2 operation this way, resultant shape is given. So what are these symbols doing, that is not mentioned. So you have to get a clue. You have to get a clue about what these symbols are doing. What these symbols are doing. Okay. Think then. Maybe slight hints can help you solve this question. 4 options are there, ABCD. 4 options are there, ABCD. I confirm this is a 2 marks na. Let me just confirm this. This was 2 marks. Yeah, this was 2 marks only. Correct. Correct only. Come on, solve it and give me the answer. See, one thing is, one logic is, if I go this way, na, see this operation, this dot operation, okay, and if I go this way, this dot operation is matching. This dot operation is matching. Now, in the first sequence, the figure is shaded. It was shaded and remains to be shaded. In the second case, it has gone unshaded. Definitely, this dot will not unshade. If the dot was responsible for unshading, this should also be unshaded, na? Okay, so what can I say? This cross may be responsible for unshading the picture. This cross, okay, would be responsible for unshading the picture. Unshading. Okay, and there is a cross coming up here. Okay, that will unshade the picture. So unshade means either option C or D. Either it is going to be option C or option D. Okay, option C or option D. Okay, now that is the first logic. It's going to be either option C or D. Unshading has to be done. Okay, because this cross is there, so that's responsible for unshading. Now, what about this symbol? This is the next symbol we have to figure out before we come into the answer. Okay, now you see, don't have to exactly derive, for deriving exactly you have to derive this as well. What can I simply understand that in the first picture, this line, okay, this line was horizontal, it has gone vertical. So some rotation has to happen. Some rotation has to happen. Correct, na? Some rotation has to happen. Okay, but what type of rotation has to happen? Also, there is one more line coming up. Achha, now you see here, this line, this diagonal line is coming up here and here both. Okay, so who will be bringing this diagonal line? Definitely this guy is responsible for bringing the diagonal line. This guy is responsible for bringing the diagonal line. Okay, this guy is responsible, I'll write it here. is responsible for bringing the diagonal line, correct na? This guy is responsible for bringing the diagonal line, okay, for bringing the diagonal line, okay. Now if this is bringing the diagonal line, now see that vertical, that horizontal line becomes vertical, okay. So that horizontal line becomes vertical, it is in C or D, okay, it is in C or D, but which side? It has to be the right side, it has to be to the right side, to option number C. The diagonal line is coming because of this particular guy, because of this particular guy, okay. So option number C, option number C, that is what we can say, okay, option number C. This much is enough, no need to derive the exact role of every symbol. Option number C. Let me see, anybody given answer? Yeah, Gangadhar Tilak says correct answer C. Ramji says D. No, I think it's going to be C only, Ramji. Okay, because that line to line relation you see, na, that horizontal line becomes vertical towards the other side, right side. Okay, so that gives me the logic for C. Otherwise, you will have to sit and exactly derive what symbol. That also is possible, but that will kill a lot of time, na? And especially paper like ISRO, we have very less time. You have very less time. The reason I am taking this separate video for, the reason I am taking this separate video for aptitude, because aptitude has sectional cutoff also. Okay, 15 questions, 20 marks, but you have to score minimum 50%. Otherwise, even if you score very good in technical, you can't qualify. Okay, at least 10 marks you have to score, and that is possible. Some questions are good, some are very direct, as you are able to see. Let's see more. Let's see more. Let's see more. Okay, next question. Next question. Number 8. Okay. DI question on a bar graph or a line chart, sorry, this is a line chart. I think this was probably 2 marks. I'll confirm and tell you. No, sorry, this is 1 mark. It has to be 1 mark only, guys. This is very easy actually. This one is 1 mark. Very easy. Just a reading, actually no calculation. It is just a reading comprehension rather, I would say. It's like a reading comprehension question. A reading comprehension question. The graph given below represents the variation in earnings in rupees over a week. Study the graph and answer the question. The difference in earning was large between. The difference in earning was large between. Okay, was large between. So let me write down these readings now. What is there? This is 100. Then it shoots up to 500. Okay, so Sunday to Monday, the difference is 400. Okay, then Tuesday to Wednesday. Okay, let me write down the next number coming to Tuesday is 300. Okay, then when you go to Wednesday, it is 600. So Tuesday to Wednesday, 300 to 600, the difference is 300. Okay, then next when you go to Thursday, it is 650. Okay, and then when you reach Friday, this line is 300 again. Okay, so Thursday to Friday difference, absolute difference I am writing, increase or decrease I am not mentioning. So this is 350. Okay, and then finally, okay, 350 to, you can call it as somewhere, no, 300 to somewhere in midwheel, this is suppose 350. Okay, so the difference is largest between what? I think 400, that is option number A, Sunday to Monday. Sunday to Monday is the largest difference. Simple, na? Simple. This is like, of course, data interpretation, of course, line chart, but more of a visual question, no calculation required, because usually in this data interpretation, the numerical reasoning, you will have some basic, computations coming up, very basic, either in the form of percentage or ratios, but this has nothing. It's just look into the graph and say, where is the difference highest? It's option number A, Sunday to Monday, clear enough, right? I hope it is clear enough. I hope it is clear enough. Let me know if there is any other doubt. Next question. Next question, here it is. Question number 9. Okay, question number 9. Okay, on a table. On a table. Okay, this is also a type of data interpretation only. Tables, charts, graphs. Okay, 1 mark question it is. Basic, very fundamental calculation. It is going to have a very fundamental calculation. Start solving it. It's going to have a very fundamental question. You can start solving it. Study the following table carefully and answer the questions given below it. What was the percentage increase in the production of D type of toys from 1983 to 1985? From 1983 to 1985. All right. So see, multiple years are given: 1982, 83, 84, 85, 86, and toys. 5 types of toys are given: A, B, C, D, E. Okay, but that is what is involved in DI. You have to pick up the correct data. So I'm only interested in the production of D type of toys. Okay, from 83 to 85. Okay, so highlighting the important data: D type from 83 up to 85. So what is the data in 83? 105, and what is the data in 85 is 125. Is 125. So what is your required answer? See dear, what is the required answer? Final minus initial upon initial, that's it, into 100 for percentage. Okay, so 20 by 105 into 100. So approx, no need to use any calculator, na? Of course you don't have it also in the ISRO. Okay, but 20 upon 100 is 20%. Is 20%. Denominator is little bit more. Okay, so approx 19%. Denominator more means answer will reduce, na? So I'll call it as approx 19%. Finish. 19%. Okay, option number C. It is option number C. Option number C. Correct? Yes, Ramji Patel, correct answer. Option number C it is. Next, question number 10. Previous marks I had written. Yeah, simple question, and 2 marks it is. What is the maximum area of a rectangle with the perimeter 620 mm? Okay, this is for 2 marks. Simple question, but 2 marks. Come on, answer this. What is the maximum area of the rectangle with perimeter? Okay, what is that perimeter? Twice into length plus breadth is 620. So what is L plus B? Is going to be 310. Is 310. And what is the maximum area of the rectangle? Maximum area. See, there are 2 ways. Maximum area, method number 1 will be calculus. Okay, differentiate. Okay, method number 2, little bit more simpler here, because sum is given and we need the idea about product, or when product is given we need the idea about sum. Use the simple basic aptitude method. One is basic calculus and basic aptitude method. What can be the basic aptitude method? Think about something like AP or GP. Think about AP or GP. Then you will get your answer. Okay, what is that basic calculation? AP is always greater than equal to the, AP means, I mean to say arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is greater than equal to the geometric mean. Okay, further it is greater than equal to the harmonic mean. This is the sequence that you should know. Okay, so arithmetic mean of the length and breadth becomes L plus B by 2, which is known to me, L plus B. This should be greater than equal to, now what is the geometric mean of L and B? Geometric mean of 2 quantities is root over AB. It's like root over L into B here. Root over L into B. Okay, so if you read this reverse, you can say that LB, let's square also, LB is less than equal to, now what is L plus B? 310, divide by 2, 310 and then divide by 2 and then square. I have squared up on both the sides. Okay, so what is this LB? This LB means area. Area less than equal to what? 155 square. 155 square, which is 24025. Okay, 24025. So area less than equal to 24025. Okay, so what is that maximum area? The upper limit is 24025. Less than or equal to upper limit is 24025. Correct answer is A. Yeah, Ramji, now correct option number A. Okay, option number A. 24025. That's it. 24025. Option number A. 2 marks question. Or you can differentiate and solve the maximum area. Okay, area will be like L into B and L plus B is 310, so you can convert to single variable. Like you can convert breadth to, breadth has 310 minus L. You will get Y versus function of X. That's also okay. It's not going to be typical there as well. Okay, but yeah, anytime when you have information on sum and you need the information on product, or vice versa, if you have information on product and you need the information on sum, so you can use this AM and GM. AM greater than equal to GM, further greater than equal to, this is further greater than equal to HM. So that harmonic mean was not required here, but generally telling you that pattern. This is the general pattern. Okay, next question. Be ready for the next question. Here it is. Which of the following best completes describes the passage? So yes, there were few passage based questions. Okay, it's logical, it's not it's not like a verbal ability question, I will say. Oh, what has happened? It has stuck. Just a second. Just a second, dear. Yeah, now I think it's okay. Yes, okay. Look into it. It's better, I'll slightly move away from this question. Okay, let's read and answer this question. Okay, what is, I also write down the marking for this. Write down the marking for this package, for this particular passage. Where is this? I'm finding in the official paper. Yeah, this is 1 mark. This one is a 1 mark only. Okay. In a survey of job applicants, 2/5 admitted to being a little dishonest. 2/5 admitted to being a little dishonest. However, the survey may underestimate the proportion of job applicants who are dishonest. The survey may underestimate the proportion of job applicants who are dishonest. Because, why? Because, now see, what is this question telling? Again, go through it. In a survey of job applicants, 2/5 admit to a little dishonest. 2/5 admitted that they are dishonest. Okay. The survey may underestimate the proportion of job applicants. Now see, 2/5 means, suppose, let me take a simple number here. Okay. Let me put this video on here for a moment. Okay. Let me take a simple number. Okay. Suppose there are, a survey of 100 people. 2/5. What is 2/5 of this? 40. 40 admitted that they are little dishonest. Okay. The survey may underestimate the proportion of job applicants who are dishonest. Why? Because, so see, 40 admitted they are dishonest, but remaining 60, out of that remaining 60 also there will be some dishonest people, and dishonest means they have the tendency of lying, not giving an honest answer. So out of that 60 also there would have been some people who are dishonest but they don't agree. Okay. So for that reason, survey may underestimate the proportion of job applicants, because out of that 60 also there may be some dishonest people. Some dishonest people taking the survey might have claimed on the survey to be honest. For that reason, the survey may underestimate the proportion. Okay, so option number A. You have to give a logical answer to it, guys. Okay, this is not a verbal question. Okay, right. See, option number B, what does the option number B says? That some generally honest people taking the survey might have claimed on the survey to be dishonest. Why? Why honest people will lie? Okay, right now, so that is why B is illogical. Some people who claimed on the survey to be at least a little dishonest may be very dishonest. So it's not about little or very dishonest. The question is not at all talking about how dishonest a person is, whether is dishonest or not. Okay, so C also doesn't make a sense here. Some people who claimed on the survey to be dishonest may have been answering honestly. Okay, may have been answering honestly. Okay, yeah, this again, this dishonest people may not be answering honestly. Okay, otherwise the meaning of dishonest goes wrong. Okay, so for that reason, option number A itself seems to be the most correct, appropriate answer, I would say. Right? Option number A. Next question. Next question. This was 1 mark. Moving ahead to the next question. Again a passage based. Okay, you have to give your opinion onto this question. I'll move out so that you can read this question entirely. Let's read this question. Okay, I've just moved out so that you read this question. You are a retail clerk who typically works Monday through Friday. Okay, who typically works Monday through Friday. Okay. You arrive at work and notice the new schedule is posted and your manager has given you a Saturday shift. Okay, suddenly your manager has given you a Saturday shift, but it happens to be your son's birthday on that Saturday. Okay, so you are stuck. Suddenly your manager has given you a Saturday shift. Okay, and it happens to be your son's birthday, you already have some plan, you have a party planned, they mention you have a party planned. What is the most appropriate response? Think, what is the most appropriate response? It is more like a logical question or an ethical question, I would say. Okay, what reply you should be giving in such scenario? Let's read. Speak with your manager and explain you have a birthday party planned for your son on Saturday and ask if they can find someone else or if you can find to cover your shift. I think before reading any other option. Oh, where is the screen gone? Hello. I think, yeah, it's there only. Just a second. It's fine. Yeah, see, before reading any other option, this looks a very genuine answer, because suddenly you find that there is a Saturday shift. Suddenly you find, you didn't know. What you can be. You can be very honest and say, because this has come up suddenly and I already have a party planned. It is already planned. It's my son's birthday. Birthday will not come randomly. It is a fixed day. The party is already planned. Okay, guests have been invited. So can you please find someone to cover my shift? And rather, I would also help. I'll also talk to my colleagues and arrange an alternative so that, you are also not troubled. The company is also not troubled. Without reading anything else, looks a very good answer. But let's read the others answer. Okay, again, I'll move out so that we read the others. Ask your co-workers if they can cover your shift because you have a birthday party for your son planned. This is also a part of the option number A, but option number A is more genuine. Now you directly speak to your manager. You also help to find him to cover your shift, but you can also directly say the manager, I can't come, please find somebody else. Because if you only focus on this and none of your co-workers agree, then you are in trouble. So at least being option number A is more honest. Okay, option number C, pretend like you did not see the schedule since you always work Monday through Friday and you do not show up on Saturday. Now, this becomes little irresponsible act. Okay, why will I see the notice? I'll come Monday to Friday. I do my duty honestly, but okay, it's a company situation. Sometimes emergency, sometimes extraordinary situations come where you have to come on extra days. So at least you should note, and if you are not able to come by chance, you have to report to the manager. That becomes an irresponsible behavior, just calling, okay, I have not seen. Maybe you have seen it, but you are pretending you have not seen it. Okay, and then what is the option number D? So C definitely goes not correct. D, do not say anything and plan on sick leave. Okay, some people will do it, but that is wrong. When you can directly speak up. Okay, it's not like manager told you long back you have to come on Saturday and then you planned your birthday party. Your son's birthday party is planned and then your manager told, so you can be honest. Okay, that yes, suddenly you cannot come up and you will arrange somebody, or your manager will also try to arrange somebody. So D is again, some people do it, but that is not a responsible act. So option number A, the most responsible, okay, the way of most appropriate response is, see, that is why the question clearly say appropriate response. There can be any response. Somebody can take up D as the response. Okay, why to talk to the manager? Okay, I'll take a sick leave. What is there? I'll call on Saturday morning, I'm not well. What manager will do? That is also a response, but that is not the most appropriate response. So such questions are don't have any calculation, and these are not like verbal. See, verbal is not a part in ISRO. Okay, but these are something what logically you can understand given a situation. And very simple language, simple English. It's not very, I'm telling you, it's not a verbal based question. Okay, next question. Okay, this was how much marks? I mentioned to you or not? Okay, let me check the official paper. I have opened it parallelly. This one was 1 mark. This one was 1 mark. So with every question I have mentioned the marks. Okay. Now question number 13. 1 mark again. 1 mark again. Pictures can tell a story. Correct? Yeah, sometimes we can look into the pictures and understand a story. All storybooks have pictures. Okay. And some storybooks have words. All storybooks 100% will have pictures. Some storybooks will have words, some will not have words. Some will only have pictures, like that it is. If the first 3 statements are facts, which of the following statement must also be a fact? Okay. See, pictures can be anywhere in the world. Understand by a simple Venn diagram. But all storybooks have pictures. Suppose these are storybooks. There can be many other things which have pictures. Okay, sceneries, wallpapers, but storybooks will definitely have pictures, and some storybooks will have words also. Okay, suppose this is, okay, now words can be there not only in storybooks, words can be there in textbooks, in novels, and etc. Okay, suppose this is what is words. Some storybooks will have words also. Understand the picture by a Venn diagram situation. If the first three statements are facts, facts means 100% true, then which of the following must also be a fact? Pictures can tell a story better than words. There is no evidence like that. Okay, pictures also can tell a story, words also can tell a story, but as per the given three statements, see, when such a question is coming, you have to only bring up a conclusion, bring up a fact by the given three information, given two or three information. Pictures also can tell a story, words also can tell a story. Pictures can tell a story better than words, nowhere it is mentioned. Okay, second, stories in the workbooks are very simple. No, nothing is like that about simple story or hard story, nothing is mentioned. Nothing is mentioned. Okay. Third, some storybooks have both words and pictures. See here, some storybooks, look into this part actually. Okay, that's why I have drawn this diagram. These are some storybooks which of course have pictures, but they also have words. See, because some storybooks have words and every storybooks have pictures. So that means there are some common storybooks which have words as well as pictures. Because when I say some storybooks have pictures, some storybooks have words, they already have pictures because all storybooks have pictures. Okay, so third is definitely a conclusion. Some storybooks have both words and pictures. Okay, this part you can see. So third only can be deduced. Third can definitely be a fact. Okay, and fact means 100%, you have to be 100% sure, not like, maybe. Not like maybe. So 3 only, option number C, 3 only. Correct na? Next question, let's be ready for the next question then. Question number 14, here it is. Again a statement based case. Read and answer. Okay, let me figure out by that time how much mark it is. 1 mark only. Okay, what is this language? Exporters in the capital are alleging that commercial banks are violating a Reserve Bank of India directive to operate a post-shipment export credit denominated in foreign currency at international rates from January this year. Now don't be puzzled. What is this rule of Reserve Bank of India? Okay, Reserve Bank of India has directed commercial banks to operate a post-shipment export credit denominated in foreign currency. Even if you don't understand all this, don't worry. Let's read the complete question. Don't give up in between. Okay, what is this telling? Exporters in the capital are alleging that commercial banks are violating a Reserve Bank of India directive. Let's say that some people have the problem or some people are complaining that commercial banks are violating a RBI rule. What is that rule? I don't care. What should be the course of the action? The officers concerned in the commercial banks are to be suspended. Okay, what can be the course of action that you have to decide? Second, the RBI should be asked to stop giving such directive to commercial banks. Okay. See, understand this, forget the RBI and forget the exporters. See, suppose I am a faculty taking a class and I give some guideline to the students. Okay, I give a guideline to the students. Okay, please revise and come this topic. Tomorrow I'll ask you. Okay, but some students did not follow it. What can I do? Should I ban them from the class? Then they are at complete loss, na? Okay, I'll again advise them, or I'll take some action rather than banning them, rather than suspending them from the class. I'll motivate them more to prepare, or I'll be little bit some basic action I can take on to them. Okay, but suspension is not the correct thing. Okay. Second is, because students are not following the guideline, should I stop giving the guideline? At least most of the class should be following, na? Few students not following, should I stop giving the guideline? That is totally not correct. So that is what it is. Second statement, RBI should be asked to stop giving such directive. People are not agreeing, na? Okay, some commercial banks are violating the RBI rule, so RBI should not give any such rules. If RBI stop giving rule, then banks will do anything, na? So that is definitely wrong. Then second is, commercial banks are not following the RBI rule. So the officers of the commercial bank are to be suspended. No, we have to inform that respective commercial bank such and such thing is happening. Okay, whoever is the manager, or senior person of the banks will take some action, will ask the officers to look into this matter seriously. Direct suspension is not a course of action. Yeah, if the activity has been happening for repeatedly for long, that different. So this is also not a suggested course of action. Neither of them follows, I would say. Neither of them I would follow, I would say. Let me see if any student has given something. Okay, yeah, no answer. Yeah, Tilak has says D. So neither actually follows. Okay, it's like totally harsh action. Okay, whoever not following, suspend. No, talk to them, come to a solution. And second is, people are not following, the banks are not following, RBI should start giving rules. Okay, then how the banks will operate, how the country will work if RBI doesn't give any rules. So both are not the correct course of action. So what can be the course of action? So this is what will test your decision taking capability, how your brain will think. Situation is given. Okay, again I am telling you, what is this to operator post shipment export credit, denominated in foreign currency at international rate. It's not like some current affairs question. You don't even have to worry about this. Some rule RBI is passing, banks are not following. People are saying like that. Okay, na? Okay, next question. And 15th, last question. Okay, last question. Yeah, this is a good question. 2 marks, mostly 2 marks, I'll confirm. Yeah, this deserves a 2 marks. Seating arrangement. I've always been telling, wherever aptitude, wherever especially reasoning is a part, okay, the seating arrangement is actually very much expected. In GATE also it is very much expected. Engineering services also very much expected. ISRO also very much expected. Okay, but this is a very good question actually. Even in GATE, questions around seating arrangement has come, but they have been little simpler. They have been little simpler. Okay, now let's read this. Okay, stories are given. There are 8 friends, PQRST, V, W and Y are sitting around a square table. Okay, are sitting around a square table. Let me make that square table arrangement here. Okay, let us make that square table arrangement here first. Okay, let's make that square table arrangement. Okay, na? Okay, this is some square table I have taken. Okay, then out of the 8, 4 are sitting at the corners of the table and 4 are sitting at the midpoints. Second point, persons at the corner are facing the center. Okay, whoever is sitting at the corner, they are facing the center. Now there is a twist in the question. Not everybody facing in the same direction. Whoever is at the corner, they are facing the center. They are facing each other also. Okay, but the persons at the midpoints are facing outside. Whoever is sitting at the midpoint, they are facing this direction. This way, this way, this way, this way. Okay, hope it is correct. Hope this is clear to you. First 2 statements are done. Now third statement. S is sitting third to the right of P and P is facing the center. Now, important point, if it is square or circle, anything, it's a closed figure, and for closed figure there is no ending or no beginning. That is the first point you should understand, because in arrangement also there are 2 types of question. One is linear arrangement in a row, one is circular arrangement, closed path. Circle means circle, square, triangle, rectangle, any type of table can be given. Okay, so in the closed figure there is no beginning, no ending, so you can choose your own beginning. Okay, let me start here. P is facing the center. See, whatever statements are used now I will tick mark so that we don't repeat that. P is facing the center and S is third to the right of P. P is facing the center na. Okay, center means he should be sitting at corner. Let me take this as the corner. You can take any corner. Okay, now S is third to the right. P is facing the center. So right means here, here, here. Right means here. Third to the right. Here comes S. Here comes S. Okay, so third statement is also completed. Y is not sitting beside P or S. Y is not sitting beside P or S. Okay, so Y is not sitting here also, Y is not sitting here also. Beside means anywhere, neither to the left or right. Y is not adjacent to P or S. So where is the possibility? Only 2 possibilities for Y left. Okay, only 2 possibilities. Okay, these are the only 2 possibilities. Just a second, I'll sketch it like this. These are the only 2 possibilities for Y. Okay, so we can assume Y anywhere. Let's start by assuming Y here. Then let's see whether it works or not. Let me start assuming, no problem. Okay, so Y is not sitting beside P or S, that is confirmed, and this statement is read. T is third to the right of R. T is third to the right of R. Do I have R in the picture? No, so I cannot use this statement right now. R is not sitting at the midpoint of any side of the table. So if R is not sitting at the midpoint, what does it mean? R is sitting at the corner. Okay, this means that R is at corner. R has to be at the corner. This is what this particular statement will mean. You should give a corner position to R. R is also not beside Y. Okay, R is also not beside Y and R is at the corner. R is at the corner. So if this is the correct position for Y, R should be here, because R is at corner. These two corners are not possible. R is not beside Y. So R goes to the other corner. If the Y is correct, if this Y is correct, if this Y is correct. Okay, or else what else I can do is, let me take both these pictures. Okay, let me just copy this picture. Let me take two scenarios. Take this picture here also. Okay, in the first case I have taken Y here. Okay, so R comes here. In the second case you can assume Y here. Now if Y is here, R is at any of the corner and not beside Y, so R may be, now there are two possibilities for R, either this or this. Now let's see. Okay, so at least I have used how much statement? R is at the corner, I have used this statement, and R is also not beside Y, I have used. T is third to the right of R. Okay, come to the fifth statement. Okay, T is third to the right of R. T is third to the right of R. So if this is R, T is third to the right. Now R is facing this side, to right. 1, 2, 3. This goes wrong. If this is R, 1, 2, 3, here it should be T. Okay, so definitely this Y cannot come up here. Okay, so immediately let's go to the second picture. This is correct Y. Okay, now which of them is R? That is still dicey. The T should be third to the right. Now dear, if this is R, or if this is R, okay, T goes 1, 2, 3. This is also possible. Or if this is R, 1, 2, 3, T can come here also. Okay, so still we can't decide where is R. Okay, next statement. There is only one person between P and V. Okay, there is only one person between P and V. Okay, that means P and V are alternate. Now I get my answer. See, first story is gone. Forget the first one. Okay, forget the first one. This is wrong only. So I am focusing on second. P and V alternate. Okay, Y is already fixed here. You see, na? Y has already been fixed here. I'll actually hide my face. Sorry here. Yeah, and now come up here. Okay, see here Y is already fixed. Okay, so P and V are alternate. If P and V are alternate, V cannot come up here, so V has to come here. Okay, so R should not be here, V should be here, and R, this is the correct position for R. Okay, P and V are alternate because there is only one person between P and V, so P and V are alternate. Okay, eighth Ud, and then T is third to the right of R. R is located third to the right, 1, 2, 3, third to the right. This is T. What else is left? Q is not sitting beside V. Q is not beside V. Where is V? This is the V. So Q should not be here. Only position left is here Q. Eighth also used. Now only one person missing. See, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, Y. These are the names. Na? P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, Y. Okay, so this guy missing has to be W. Okay. How many people are there between T and Q? Between the T and Q, they are telling, na? Yeah, between the T and Q, how many people are there? T, Y, Q, only one person between T and Q. Okay, option number A. Just a second. I think I'll shift this so that you can see the options. Why this is not coming? This has shifted down, I think, automatically. Okay, no problem. Okay, yeah. So option number A, there is how many people? I'll write down the answer here also. The answer is 1, which is option number A. Which is option number A. Got this now? This slide has gone down, I don't know why, but okay. Okay guys, so this is what it is. This is what it is. So good question. As I mentioned you that this one is actually a good question. Yes dear. Yeah, actually sometimes gate will do some errors, but okay. Okay, hope you have got this answer as correct only. Hope you have got this as correct one. Okay, this was a 2 marks question. Okay, these are the 15 questions. Now dear, with every question I have mentioned the marks. Okay, you can tally, there would be 5 questions of 2 marks I have given and 10 questions of 1 mark. That is how you have got 15 questions. That is how you have got 15 questions. Total 20 marks. Total 20 marks. Okay dear. Okay, so hope you have enjoyed and learned from this session. If you have really learned and enjoyed, do not forget to hit your attendance. That is by pressing the like button. Okay, just by expressing a like button. Yeah. So yeah guys, be ready, the new offline batches for GATE. Okay, the fresh offline batch for GATE, okay, recently started. Okay, 17th and 18th June, 17th and 18th June respectively for EC and EE. But yes, you can join this batch because they are just started. These are the offline batch at our Hyderabad center. These are the regular offline batches at our Hyderabad center. Okay, and if you're looking for fresh batch, very soon we are going to announce the fresh batch also. Okay, so you can stay tuned. We'll announce the fresh batch also, but yeah, very recently the fresh batch started. But yeah, we'll start very soon another new batch in next 10 days. Okay, so we'll confirm you the dates as well. Okay, so those who are looking to have a full-fledged, complete offline preparation in a rigorous manner under the direct supervision of the best faculty team of ECEE across the nation. So you can join these batches. The fee, as mentioned, currently 54,999, which is actually 65,999, but currently 54,999 plus GST and some additional discounts which is mentioned. You can clearly look, it is indicative there. Okay, at the same time, for any reason you can't travel to Hyderabad for offline classes, say if you are a college going student or working somebody else and you cannot come to Hyderabad immediately, so you can also study through our online live course. Okay, because the faculties remain to be same, the content remain to be same. Okay, only thing is it's an online course in the live manner. So live means again there also you can interact with the faculty through the chat box in one-to-one, of course. Okay, so of course it cannot perfectly resemble offline course, but definitely through live courses you have a good means of communicating directly with the faculty and learning the syllabus in the live manner. Okay, the recent batch started 18th June. Okay, and again we'll announce the new batches for live course also, right? Yes Gangadhar, I am also taking offline classes. Okay, I'm taking all types of courses at home, the online live course also, the offline classes also. Okay, right. And if in case you are preparing for AE courses, for AP and Telangana like Transco and Disco exams, the next batch starts June 22nd. The next batch starts June 22nd. Okay, June 27th. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. Hope you have enjoyed this. Okay, and I'll share you this complete PDF along with the solution. But as you know, those who are connected with me, they might be knowing my rule that I'll always share the PDF with the password. So what is the password for today? What is the password for today? Let me randomly create. What is the last question we discussed? Seating arrangement, na? Password for today, everything in small, seating, everything in small. Let me write it clearly. This is going to be the today's PDF password. Okay, I'll share you the password. I'll share you the PDF in my Telegram. If you are not connected, you can join my Telegram. You can search using my name. Okay, and I'll be sharing you the password with this particular. I'll be sharing you the PDF with this particular password. You can access the PDF only by using this particular password, because those who are dedicated, those who are spending time to attend the classes, dedication is there. Then only you need the notes. Now, without watching a class, what the notes will do to you? Nothing, na? So for that reason, I'll always put up the password. Okay, guys. So see you. Yeah. So next session again, I'm going to plan. In next 1 or 2 days only, around ISRO 2023 paper. Let's explore more about the previous paper. But I'll take some technical subjects. I'll combine few technical subjects like control signals and maths. Also, I'll try to combine in the same, because maths only they ask very few questions. Na? Okay. Some 2-3 subjects I will combine, and I'll take a next session on the ISRO 2023 SC paper. Okay, the recent paper. Then we will go back and take the more ISRO PYQs. First, the recent paper. Okay. Right, guys. So within next 1 or 2 days, so stay subscribed to the channel. If you don't want to miss any session, just subscribe the channel so that any session happening, you will be aware and you will be notified about this. So do not forget to subscribe and the Om Institute YouTube channel. Bye bye. Thank you. See you in the next session.